Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, I am so excited. We have a mega compilation on our beaks, I guess. Come on, you geese, honk honk, you know what I'm talking about. We have a mega compilation here. You guys responded so well to the Look at Me and incredibly smug compilation. So I thought we should take a look at her fashion fails. I've done lots of videos on this, so I've put them together for you to easily watch and hopefully binge and enjoy. This one, these are some of my favorite videos because I have so much fun going through this. She really has trouble dressing, so we go into how wrong she gets it so much of the time. Case in point, toilet paper hat. We go into worst outfits, worst hats, things like that. We go into how much she spent on some of her outfits, and it's eye-watering to see. We also go into how Meghan and Catherine dressed for the same events. I would show you an event and show how wrong Meghan gets it at the events. And if I say so myself, it's a lot of fun to watch. Again, these are some of my favorites to put together. You guys seem to really like the fashion fails ones, as do I. So I hope you enjoy this mega fashion fails compilation. So you'll see where it goes into the next video and it kind of hiccups. I just didn't want to have to subject you to my, hey guys, every single time. And the ending of the videos, I just chop them off. So you'll be able to see, and I hope you enjoy and stay tuned, and I will talk to you at the end. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking Meghan Markle. That's right. I wanted to do a deep dive into some of the worst pieces I've seen her wear. Believe me, it's tough to pick because there's lots of them. And if you're like, Jen, we've kind of talked about this. Yeah, I put them in the background of some of my videos, but I thought we need to draw attention to some of the worst things I've ever seen on anybody. So I thought in no particular order we could take a look with our dead shark eyes and just see if we can make sense of any of it. Spoiler alert, we can't. Now I don't normally put a disclaimer, but I'm going to put one here. I don't care what size she is. I don't care what shape she is. That's not what I'm interested in. I think you can dress beautifully regardless. If you have curves, if you don't have curves, if you're teeny tiny, if you're curvy, if you're not, whatever you are, great. I don't even care how much money she spent on the outfits. We will talk about that a little bit. It's more about, look at how awfully she dresses, look at the lack of tailoring, look at the lack of style, look at the bad choices. That's what I want to focus on. So right out of the gate, I'm going to hit you with this monstrosity. I apologize. So this piece of shit was worn in 2021 to whatever the CFDA awards are. Guys, I just Googled it. CFDA means Council of Fashion Designers of America. What the hell are they doing at something like that? What? And then how are you going to wear this outfit to something like that? I'm even taking my dislike of the both of them out of this and just looking at this dress and saying, I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you want your boobs pulled apart like that? Why do you want to add extra material around your midsection like that? What's going on with the back of this dress? It's not flattering. People have, very funny, pointed out all the bronzer happening and the spray tan action. But I mean, yeah, that's something, but I'm so distracted by this ugly dress, I can't even focus on that. What is happening? I want a dress that adds a whole bunch of weight to me and emphasizes where I have back fat and pulls my boobs apart. Can you give me something like that? Great, thanks. All right, from one crappy look to another, here we go. We have this look, which was her Christmas look, by the way. Where do I even start with this? I hate every part of it. So much brown. I've had so many of you tell me that the hat reminds you of the poop emoji. So now that's all I see. She made it so much worse by making these faces in this outfit. I don't understand. I love a good hat. This is not it. The color, the cut, all of it. It's horrible. Speaking of the cut being off, we have this one here. I've seen this one before. I'm not even sure what event this is from. It doesn't matter. Look at the guy's face. I think that says kind of what we're all thinking about. Well, all these looks. Speaking of looks, I had lots to choose from on this part of the quote tour. And I say it like that because this is Harry and Meghan's own thing. This wasn't even when this was since they moved over. They went to New York, and Meghan decided to wear this outfit. Allow me to remind you that it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 27 degrees Celsius for my Celsius friends. And she decided this makes sense. Not only is it horrendous, and it is, and it not make sense for the temperature, it doesn't. She wore almost 12,000 pound outfit to a school in Harlem. Again, for my non-American friends who are like, Jen, what's that? Well, I'll quote the Associated Press here. They call it a, quote, underprivileged school, serves shelters for families without permanent homes. And while we're on this tour, I thought I'd show you this monstrosity. This is valued at about 17,000 pounds, according to the Daily Mail. And, yeah, absolutely dreadful. No shape, horrible color. I hate everything about it. So from one hideous outfit to another, here we go. One of my personal least favorites. I hate everything about this. I hate the directions of all the stripes and that it goes up her neck like that. Hideous. This was on her Australia tour. I believe this was in Tonga that she wore this one. Here she was on the same tour. That's right. She is working on a tour wearing this outfit. Make that make sense. This isn't like, oh, they were papped on a day off. This is a working royal tour that they were on. This was when they were in Australia. Okay, this was an Altazura dress that Meghan wore to a Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. Look at how Harry's dressed. Look at how she's dressed. Next, I'd like you to feast your eyes on this, one of my all-time worst picks of her outfits. Now, this dress was worn to the Lion King premiere, and it's a Jason Wu mesh paneled flare dress. In case you were wondering, it retails for $4,924. So shouldn't we all pick one up? Seriously, guys, what is this? It's horrible. It's hard to screw up a black dress. It's hard to screw up a black dress with like what could be interesting mesh, but they did it. It looks horrible. It doesn't photograph well. It doesn't flatter. It even, look at how she's standing. You'll see in all the pictures. It's not just a bad picture. It's like she doesn't feel comfortable in it or something. It just doesn't suit her. It seems like it's not the right fit. She's not wearing the right bra for it. It's a lot going on. It does not photograph well. And the mesh is actually pulling across the top. We've looked at this dress. I am super duper not a fan. Here's another view of it where you can tell the top is too small. The length is all weird. It does not flatter at all. All right. Then there's this. Make it fly away. The bird dress, it's a lot. It's Oscar de la Renta. It was worn in Sydney, and I don't understand what I'm looking at. I like an interesting dress. A case could be made for maybe the cut, but I hate the print. It's horrendous, and the tulle, and what are we doing? Okay, so then she goes to this Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey, and she's wearing this pillbox hat, and it's horrendous. I've had so many of you talk about how it looks like a nurse's cap, which I totally get. All I can see is like, what was it, like 70s sailor look. I just want to sing like In the Navy at her. I don't know. I hate it. It's so bad. In quick succession, I'm going to show you here, she's never met a tie sloppy dress that she doesn't love, because they all look like this, where they're just kind of wrinkled messes and they tie around the waist. Here's another tie one, but she also really likes big buttons down the front of her outfits as well. Okay, this was one that you all alerted me to. At first viewing, I was like, well, it's kind of stiff, but I don't really see anything wrong with it until I looked closely. You guys, what is with the bras? Why can't she wear a bra that fits her right? I don't understand it. And we're going to go into the bra thing in a minute. But this is also the dress that had the big tag hanging off the bottom of it. That was pretty funny to see. But It's really a mess when you look up close. From far away, I didn't think it was awful, but up close, it's a mess. And there's that tag hanging out. But seriously, what's with the bras? And if we're talking about bras, what's with this dress and the bras? A lot of strapless bra action, and that's fine, but it doesn't make sense in an outfit like this where you can clearly see everything in it. It just looks sloppy and ill-fitting. And I didn't draw on her boobs here, by the way. Somebody else did. Somebody was talking about how none of her bras are correct. And I think we're showing, if you zoom into this picture, you can see this strapless bra again. And here in the Kermit outfit that I hate so much, strapless bra. What is the problem? I've put forth my theory before, but I'm going to say it again. This proves to me that she has no good friends. And she's not nice to her if she has a stylist, she's not nice to them because nobody would let you walk out like this. They'd be like, girl, what's going on? Have you tried a different bra with that? Like my girlfriends would be like, what are you doing? Go change. That's what they're there for. And that's what I'm there for with them. I would stop them and be like, what? No, you can't wear that. Go change. But which brings me to the Kermit look. We've talked about this one a lot lately. I absolutely hate everything about it. It looks like a wrinkled mess, and her posture could not be worse in this thing. It's a mess. And speaking of a mess, there's this. I don't understand what I'm looking at. This would be fine if you're, I don't know, going to this grocery store or something. Not a royal engagement. I don't understand. Why is it such a mess? It's shapeless. Same with this coat. See? No good girlfriends. Nobody would let you walk out of the house like this. I don't know what the heck she's wearing underneath, but it cannot be worse than this stupid coat. It's shapeless, it's wrinkled, and it just makes her look like a mess. We can't say shapeless mess without looking at this one. My God. You guys, what's happening here? We've talked about this one a lot too. It's Granny's bed sheets. I don't know. Look, it looks like a teenager who's playing dress up and pissed about it because it's awful. There's no style. There's no anything. It's just bleh. I've seen it in a catalog before, like the sheets. She decided to try to recreate this look later on too and totally missed. Look at this. What is this pattern? What's happening? Why is she not spray tanned within an inch of her life? She's totally different here. Now I'm just getting mad. Look at this. She was at a royal engagement with her underwear hanging out. No good girlfriends. Now I know she did this on purpose. We've talked about this. This is something that happened to Diana, so she thought she could do a Diana moment again and show herself off. There is no way she didn't know you could completely see through her outfit. That is ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, look at this outfit. It's awful. So if you're like, Jen, this is before she got famous. No, it's not. This is from 2021. Horrendous. This is proof she's ticked off every tailor ever in the history of the whole wide world because no tailor is going to let you walk out like this. Or like this. Or like this. What is happening? I actually love the color of that dress, but I don't understand the silhouette. All right, you ready for this thing? This is a Dior caftan that the Daily Express is estimating must have cost an upward of, quote, 90,000 pounds. Let that sink in. Don't worry, guys. It's an outfit she could wear over and over, right? So right out of the gate, we have this terrible look. If anybody's wanting to pick this up for themselves, it's a Valentino floral embellished mini shift dress. It could be yours for the low, low price of $5,400. Any takers? No? You guys, I had so many requests for this dress. I mentioned it at the time this was worn on their New York, I guess I'll call it a tour. This was after they left England and they were doing their own thing. So I don't know what they were doing. They're just speaking and thinking that people wanted to hear what they had to say. And she wore this horrible dress that gave her zero shape. It's just not flattering at all. I don't understand it. And it costs a lot of money to look that dumb. And I gotta say, she does herself zero favors because not only is she wearing this awful dress, the hair is wrong. The makeup is wrong. She looks like a mess. All right, rolling right into the next one. I had to do it. I have to talk about the bird shit dress. That's right. Also, this one could be yours for the low, low price of $4,700. This is an Armani dress. It's a triple silk Georgette dress. If you wanted to pick one up for yourself, it looks like a bird took a dump all over it. I don't understand it. And the hair, the makeup, I see you. I know what you were doing, Wallace Simpson, but I hate it. It's shapeless. It does nothing. I just don't think it flatters at all. I find it funny because, again, you guys were so vocal in the comments last time saying, a lot of you requested that I talk about this dress. What is there to say? It seriously looks like a bird shit all over it. All right, here's another one that I had requests for. This is a Marie Fernandez dress. This one retails for a much more reasonable $600 for no shape. In fact, one of you pointed, I think you called it her army tent dress. It's awful. The color, some people are into that color. It's fine, but the shapeless nature of it, it does zero. It's a tent. Let's play a game, shall we? Guess which one of these two is the 88-year-old woman? What do you think? I'm thinking the one on the left. I don't understand this look. These are Dior shorts. She has on a Ralph Lauren belt. She has them pulled up to her neck. They're Bermuda shorts, but the pulled up to the neck effect just makes it look crazy. It does not give her shape. It's like she borrowed shorts from my grandpa. Continuing on with the dreadful, take a look at this. Now, I do want to preface this by saying I like an off-the-shoulder moment. I like the ruching around the shoulders, but that's where the leg stops for me. Let's play a game here called How Many Boobs Does She Have? It looks like they're squished, and it looks like there's at least four boobs in there. It really does not make sense to me. And then when she stands up, you see that her pants, again, are pulled up to her neck. So it just gives a boxy appearance and it doesn't help proportions at all. And again, there's the four boobs. But this could be yours. It's Khaite, Kahate, I think. And it retails for $780, more reasonable than some of her other outfits. Again, it's very expensive to look crazy. And now for one of my least favorite looks of all time on her. Look at this. At first I thought, okay, shirt's different, but really take a look at these pants. Again, pulled up high. They do nothing for her. There's no shape. They're not tailored right. They look like they're up to her neck here. I don't understand the very tight top with the very loose pants, which could be chic in some instances. She totally misses the mark here. But hey, good news. If you want these totally unflattering pants, you can buy them for the low, low price of $1,500. They're Brandon Maxwell pants, and they're available at Bergdorf, so let's all run out and not buy those. Let's take a moment and look at this. I'm not talking about this outfit. I actually like this coat. Let's take a look at this. What's going on here? Ever notice that none of her shoes fit right? That's right. They're all at least a size. Sometimes it looks like maybe a size and a half to 2 sizes too big. So she often looks like a kid playing dress up in mommy's heels. You can see that none of them are quite right. They're too big. They hang off on the back. It adds to the messiness look of it all. If you ask me, it doesn't look polished. They're just not quite fitting right. And when I was putting together pictures of this weird phenomenon, I found those horrible shoes. So that's that coat that I hate that was so wrinkled that I showed in the last video. But here's the shoes that she wore along with it. Cow print. So here we go again. Shoes too big and muddy. What? So I keep Googling Meghan Markle shoes too big, and you can see her name in there. I didn't want people to think, oh, I'm just attaching random feet. No, these are all Meghan Markle shoes. All right, I really need to deep dive this dress. This I teased at the beginning of the episode. I hate it so much. I will say I would like it if she were maybe in Hawaii on vacation, but no, this is for a royal variety performance. So she's in London. She looks a mess. I don't think, again, that this outfit does anything for her. Again, she's belted up to her neck. And I mean, just take a look here. They just look like wax figures. They both look sloppy there. It's a awful look. And the crazy thing is, I actually love black and white together. And if this were a bathing suit, I love it. But it's not. It's completely hideous. And I do have to point out one thing here, guys. I apologize in advance. If you've had lunch, you might want to cut this off. But to ramp up the classiness of this look, let me show you what she did at this event. Ready? Brace yourself. All right. Yep, you saw that right. Have a little itch? Let's give it a scratch in front of all the photographers. Sure. Classy. Continuing on the black and white trend of dresses I hate, we have this piece of shit right here. This is a Tory Burch dress, which sucks because I actually like some of Tory Burch's like sandals and stuff, but ooh, missed the mark here. All I can think of is like, I don't know, what's that on the skirt part? Is it like a flower type thing? What am I looking at? And continuing on the stupid white dress trend, here you go. This one is listed as a, quote, custom white Louis Vuitton dress. And I'm saying if this is custom, they fucked up. Somebody took down the wrong measurements because this doesn't fit. Thank you so much, Joe, for sending me this. I can't stop laughing about it. But yeah, what am I looking at here? The top could be nice. I honestly think the top pulled down part is a little too long, but I don't mind a folded over, off the shoulder look, but oh man, the draping on the bottom it's not good. She looks like she took a bed sheet and wrapped it around herself. All right, I had so many comments on the last one. How could I leave this one off? Don't worry, I hate it as much as you do. So if you actually Google Meghan Markle wedding dress, well, the first couple articles are all kissing her ass, but then you get to the real thing of it. People are calling her out for this. It's known to have a very poor fit. So take a look. A lot of people are speculating it's because of all the drama that was going on behind the scenes. She was losing weight. She kept changing the look of it, and so they didn't have time, allegedly, to sew it right. I don't know what was happening. She had that stupid veil that made no sense, but oh, she looked like a wrinkled mess. It did not fit her correctly. It did not look elegant. It looked plain and awful. And you can see it up close here. It gave her no shape. It didn't help her top area. It didn't help any of it. It looked horrendous. I don't know how you see this and go, yep, this is my most beautiful I'll ever look. Now, if you want to know, this dress is estimated to have cost about £110,000, according to Hello Magazine. So think about that. Because, yeah, yikes, £110,000 for this. I don't understand this look at all. It just does nothing at all for her. And I'm taken aback by how plain it is and how boring and ill-fitting it is. It just leads to it lends to the messiness of it all. We've discussed the hair at length and how messy that was. The only thing that saved her was the tiara, and thank you, Queen Elizabeth, for that. Like, it's not of Meghan's own doing. It just was completely boring and unflattering, and frankly, it was ugly. It blows my mind to have that opportunity. The whole world is watching, and this is what you come out in. Really? Wow. I do have to give credit where credit is due. I love the reception dress. That's probably my favorite thing I've seen her in. This is the one thing I've seen her wear where I'm like, okay, it actually looks like it was tailored for her. But otherwise, she just loves the sloppy look of it all and the mess, the messy hair, the messy outfit, the lack of tailoring. It's truly astonishing to see. Huge thank you. My last two videos on her terrible fashion choices have really just blown up huge, and I've had so many new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. So by popular request, demand, whatever you want to say, I put together her worst hair moments. This includes her hair let down, messy, her hair halfway pulled up, very messy, and her hair pulled up, extremely messy. So get ready to just have some laughs and enjoy. Oh, and I have the worst hats you've ever seen at the end. Here we go. I wouldn't be able to talk about her awful hair without talking about this picture. That's right. This is that Time cover that I will never forget because what did they do? They made them the same height. They put Harry behind her and made him look like her stylist. And all I could think of is that, was it Vidal Sassoon? If you don't look good, we don't look good. Spoiler alert, it doesn't look good. All right, let's start out with magazine messy. That's right. These are those Vanity Fair shots where, well, she just looks messy. Hair down, mess, another mess. There you go. I don't know what look they were going for, but messy. Just a random shot of hair down, messy. Invictus Games, really messy. What the hell is this facial expression? Super messy. If you're messy and you know it, play with your hair. If you're mad and you know it, scowl like this. Ooh, duck lips, trying to be sexy, old photo, don't know who this is, messy. I'm trying to be relatable, but I'm still messy. I look like I'm wearing a Halloween costume, messy. Oh, almost a nice smile, but hair gave you a mustache, messy. Now we go to the hair pulled back, still can't get it right, looks messy. It's kind of addictive to say that, by the way. All right, messy hair, messy dress, looks awful. I'm an important business person. Listen to me. Attention on me, please. Messy. Look, I'm relatable. I'm giving you a fake smile, but also I'm still messy. Hair pulled back, messy. And her favorite looks, hair pulled up. Feel sorry for me because I'm messy. I do want you to know with each increasing picture, it gets even more messy. Get ready. So see? Pulled back. Oh, almost got it right. Oh, no, not quite. Hair's flying away. Oh, going for a look, but messed up. It's too messy. Oh, almost got it, but no, hair's still coming out. Oh, no. Gotta close my eyes because I can't believe how messy my hair is because I can't get this right. Oh, extra messy. Extra messy look alert. Oh, I'm surprised by how messy my hair is, but get ready. I stuck my fingers in a light socket to get ready for this messy. Oh, I'm coquettish. I like to make faces like this so people think I'm relatable and not a monster. And also messy. Look at that. I'm on royal duties, but you wouldn't know it by looking at me. I look like I ran to the grocery store messy. All right, let's take a look at some horrible hats, shall we? Man, she looks happy to be there, right? Look at this thing. What's going on that hat? I don't even understand the shape of that hat. And speaking of mad at the world, look at this. The look she's giving Catherine. Nice, huh? Seems like a really sweet girl. What's taped to the side of her hat? This looks like a green placemat I could probably find at my grandparents' house. Oh, okay. So she didn't want to lose her scissors, so she taped them to the side of this hat. Free the nipple hat? Looks like a ceiling fan hat. Oh, it's the We Want Privacy. And also give us back our Frisbee Lady hat. It's the My Fair Bronzer hat. I promise I did not mess with this picture, but doesn't it look like somebody photoshopped that hat on her head, like after the fact? Oh, make it stop. It's the nurse's hat. It's the Navy hat. Oof. Oh, God, it's the poop hat. Oh, it's so bad. It looks like poop with a chocolate curl on the side of it. It's the I'm so happy to be here Fascinator. Look at that. Hair looking good. Fascinator looking good. Yikes. And finally, she decided on her big day she should combine her two loves of horrible hats and messy hairs. Now, when I say that, I meant the tiara is gorgeous, but look at the messy hair and the stupid veil. So messy. We're talking hats. That's right. I had to pull this picture because it still makes me laugh. We are going to be talking Meghan Markle's worst hats. Now, I did kind of touch on this in the messy video. So if you haven't seen Messy, one of my all-time faves, definitely go back and watch that. But I had so many requests to break down some of her worst hats. The other disclaimer I'll give is, I love to include the prices of things. Hats are tricky because a lot of times they were listed as bespoke, which is translation expensive, and then they wouldn't give a price. So I only have a couple prices. We'll talk about the ones we have because they are ridiculous. It doesn't matter. I just want to talk about like the look and who designed it and what she wore it to, that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's talk hats. So in no particular order, here we go. This one I just had to dive into first, and we have a lot of bad ones coming, but it's the Kermit look. It's the Kermit hat. It's not easy being green. Look at me. Look at this facial expression she's making. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me try that again. Look at me. Here's a closer look of what's going on. So this was the 2020 Commonwealth Day, and don't worry, I'm making a separate video because I always get comments. She wore green to be an a-hole when she wasn't supposed to this event. Same thing with Catherine, baby Louis. Prince Louis, what is it called? The photo call. She wore olive when she wasn't supposed to. So any other examples like that, will you list those below? Because I'm trying to compile that now, and it's hard to Google that. So just let me know if you can think of one off the top of your head. Okay, back to the stupid hat. You guys, there's that stupid strapless bra that she can't leave home without, even though there's no need for it. I always get comments in the strap when I talk about the strapless bra. Well, she's wearing a wide boat neck. Okay, fine. Maybe a case can be made for that. What's the excuse here? It looks awful. It doesn't fit her right. It's her foundation garments on top, or no, not on top, with this wrinkled mess on top of it. It's just messy. Okay, I feel like I'm having a stroke. All right. So this was the 2020 Commonwealth Day. This hat is by William Chambers. And again, hats pricing are tricky. From what I could find from my Google machine, it costs around $1,686 for this. Isn't that awful? Here it is from another angle, looking like a vagina. And again, when I talk about these hats, I'm not making fun of the designers. Maybe it'll look good on somebody. I just hated this look so much on her. I don't know. I don't love this hat, truly. I really don't. Now, if you recall, I touched on this in the Meghan Dresses Like Diana video. This is her cosplaying Diana. Here's the original look. Here's Meghan's whatever this is look. There you go. It's not easy being green. I love saying that. Because credit where credit is due, H.G. Tudor, who I love, called her Kermit Goes to Church in this outfit. And it's perfection. That's exactly what it is. And then she's making this look at me face. I mean, I can't help it. It's just, and then it's not easy being green. Like, it's so hard for me. You know, all of her interviews that she gives, it's perfect. It all makes sense. She's Kermit. All right, should we move on and talk about this monstrosity? So every hat I give a nickname to in my notes so that way I can keep them straight. This is, I call this the black chopsticks hat because it looks like she taped chopsticks to the side of it so that way she wouldn't lose them. See, she put her napkin on her head and put her chopsticks right there just so she wouldn't lose them. But this is the 2018 Royal Ascot black and white hat. It is by Philip Tracy. This one is said to have cost approximately $916. You guys, I hate this hat so much. But once again, if you look at her facial expression and poses, she sure thinks she looks great. Now, if you want to see more about this, I did include this in the worst dressed photos. I hate this dress she's wearing. It's a wrinkled mess. If you pan all the way out, it's very expensive wrinkled mess. But the hat just, I mean, I don't know. If you were going for a black and white theme, I love a black and white theme. Like, put a chic black hat with it or something. Just not this mess. All right. This one I just listed as Garden Party, but I've had a lot of you comment and say it looks like a flying saucer. I'll accept that. So this is the garden party where she lost her damn mind. Well, I think she had already lost her damn mind, but it showed. This was right after they got married, and allegedly, she got thrown out and was acting nuts. Let's go from awful behavior to awful hat. This was, like I say, 2018. She wore it. It's by Philip Tracy. How much does this hat cost? Well, I'll tell you. You ready? Get ready. $2,719. Why? Why is it so much? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess on somebody else it would be fine, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. I don't understand. I don't understand hats. Help me, British people. What's going on? Why is it so much? Why is it that cost? Now, dishonorable mention is this one. I actually, for a little while, thought they were the same hat, but the more I look at it, no, it's different. It's very similar. This one seems to be a little bit more blush colored, and the way it curves up is just a hair different. So, of course, she needed this one too. This was 2018 Trooping the Color. Famously, it is the South Park episode outfit and hat. So, this is a Philip Tracy. This one is said to have cost $1,308. You guys, how do you spend $1,300 on a hat? I don't understand it. Okay, without further ado, I had to talk about this one. We still have lots to go over, but I had to dive into the poop hat. You guys, I called it before the poop emoji hat, but I also pointed out that it seemed to have a chocolate curl glued to the side of it. I don't understand this hat. This hat was worn in 2017, and of all things, she wore it to Christmas. This is her Christmas look, her Christmassy look. I would like to remind you that Catherine wore a beautiful plaid coat dress and beautiful hat, and this is what Meghan decided to wear. She was really making an effort, huh? Yeah, poop emoji hat was by Philip Tracy, and when I tried to get into the price, it just said bespoke, which I'm reading as very expensive. But since we're talking about the stupid poop emoji hat, when I was Googling it, I found these comments. Why are none of the royal reporters mentioning Meghan Markle's nutty hat? Asked one. Is Meghan Markle's hat sponsored by Thornton's Chalks? Asked another. A third remarked, possibly the ugliest hat I've ever seen. I'm going to have to agree with you there. Believe me, we have more doozies coming up, but I don't understand this. What look are you going for? It looks like there's a tumor on your head. It looks like you're hiding some horrible injury. It's awful. And I hate the color personally, but I know some people like it. I can overlook that. It's the shape of it that does it for me. It's terrible. All right, you know I had to do it. We have to talk about the Nurse Ratched hat. You guys, every time I post a picture of her in this hat, I get so many funny comments. Let me show it to you front on. Hold on. Look how proud of herself she is in this hat. I don't understand this hat. I mean, it's a pillbox hat. She wore it to the 2019 Commonwealth Day service. It's a Jane Taylor pillbox hat, which seems like it was very special when I was Googling it. I'm just not familiar with hats. We're American. We don't really wear them except for in the sun. But I I just can't get over how stupid it looks. And part of it is the big white part in the middle of her head that's distracting, I think, and her goofy smile, but it's just so bad. Side note, speaking of smile, I cropped this one in so you could really focus on how bad the hat is. But do you know what she's smiling at here? Come on, you know this photo. She's smiling at William. That's right. Looking around her doofus husband to check out William. Interesting that she's not rocking the spray tan here. Also interesting, she looks a lot like Doria here. All right, this hat I just call Feathers, but it also reminds me of the Hunger Games a little bit, because didn't she, maybe I'm making that up, didn't she stick feathers to something? I don't know. It's my Hunger Games hat. I've had some of you guys say it looks like scissors attached to her hat. I have a different hat where I see scissors, but again, I welcome all analogies here because I love it. This was worn in 2018 to Christmas. I'm never going to be able to say this name right. It's by Awon, A-W-O-N, Golding, who designed this hat. What are our thoughts on this? Again, I don't know. It looks like you took a beret and made an arts and crafts project with it. I'm sure it cost a piss ton, but it's awful. I hate this look so much. All right. It was a very much a look at me day on this one. Remember, this was 2018. This is Eugenie's wedding. She wore a Noel Stewart hat. Okay. So remember the annoying thing about this. She was claiming to be pregnant. I'll leave that there. And decided to announce it at Eugenie's wedding because she's so that person. I would like to remind everybody what I've said in the past, which is, imagine if it was the other way around and Eugenie did that on her wedding day. Heads would have rolled. I don't understand. I'm going to go off on a side tangent. Maybe one of you guys can fill me in. I haven't really followed up on the Eugenie of it all. Why is Eugenie still friends with them? I know she and Harry have always been close, but I just wonder after the antics like this, how do you stay friends with them? All right, but back to the hat. Again, it's Noel Stewart. I wish I had a price on this. I don't. It was just listed as bespoke. But to me, it looks like riding a roller coaster and your hair gets blown all which way. You know what I mean? It gets blown all back. And they snap that photo when you're not expecting it and your hair looks like that. That's all I can think of. I should call it the roller coaster hat. But again, smug smile, feeling good about herself in it. Roller coaster hat. All right, shall we move on to the ceiling fan hat? That's right. This one was worn in 2018 to the RAF 100th anniversary. It was designed by Stephen Jones, again, bespoke, meaning no price listed. But yeah, I hate this so much. Look how smug Meghan is. And I love that the Queen had her number. I'll just say that. But yeah, here's the ceiling fan hat that I often refer to that I hate so much. And I've had some comments saying you don't hate the hat. Fair enough. I've said before, I don't mind an interesting hat. I understand the occasion and the purpose, but I don't know. I just think it fell flat here. Ceiling fan hat. All right, let's go to Prince Louis. I believe it was his christening, his photo call. I don't know, maybe all the above. I am working on a side video, as I mentioned earlier. So if you can think of any other occasions like this where she was supposed to wear a certain color and, you know, she's Cartman, I do what I want, and did her own thing because she's rude and would never follow anybody else's anything. And only put herself first. But anyway, if you can think of any more examples like that, please let me know in the comments because it would make that video come together much easier for me. I'm struggling. I got these two examples. What else you got? All right. So this olive frisbee hat was worn, again, 2018 Prince Louis' christening. This was designed by Stephen Jones. And I don't know. I know some people are into olive. I personally am not. Whatever. That doesn't matter. I think... I don't know. It's just not an interesting hat. There's nothing to it. It's very flat. There's not much going on. I don't know that it adds to the outfit at all. Okay, this one I call her photoshopped hat because to me, it's just so weirdly placed on her head that it looks like somebody has added it on in Photoshop. Clever, huh? But it reminds me of one of those hats with the spinners on it. You know what I mean? Like it should be rainbow colored. But she wore it nonetheless, 2018 Remembrance Day. I don't even have the designer on this. I've tried to look it up. It just says velvet, I don't know, spinner hat. I don't know what they call it. But anyway, I think it's all wrong. I think because the jacket, I guess it is, she's wearing there, it just emphasizes her shoulders. So she looks very broad-shouldered and appears to have a teeny tiny head with a photoshopped hat on. To me, it looks like a little kid playing dress up where they look, you know what I mean? They look a little disheveled and like they haven't put the parts on right. All right, we got two more. We got this fascinator and I have a secret hat coming up next that I didn't even know about until I was putting together this list. But let's talk fascinator for a second. You guys, this outfit, I've talked about it a million times. I did the review of how expensive it was and now I've already forgotten. It was in the ballpark of like $5,000. For this stupid, ill-fitting dress. You guys, this is the toilet paper fascinator where it literally looks like she just piled toilet paper on the side of her head, and she looks really happy to be there. This is a 2016 wedding that she wore this to, and here's something funny that I learned when researching for this video. I looked into it thinking, oh my God, she's probably spent $10,000 for the stupid toilet paper fascinator. No. Quite the opposite, actually. She went to Marks and Spencer and got a $54 fascinator. Since when has she ever been that frugal? It's more about the messy to me. I just think she was giving a I don't give a fuck look. I'm not sure, just a messy theme, and that seems to be where she's landed. All right, I'm leaving this picture up for the suspense. I found a surprise hat when I was researching. You guys, how did I not know about this stupid thing? I remember seeing the shh pictures where she was shushing some kids on the balcony. So to set it up, this was 2022, Trooping the Colors. She was not on the balcony this year. She was just behind the scenes there. But the pictures are blurry because they had to use, I guess, long-range photography or whatever to get it. So that's why they look like this. This is just the only pictures I could find online of this stupid thing, but I was just kind of blown away because I hadn't seen this before. I just wrote down huge stupid hat. 2022 Trooping the Color Stephen Jones, shall we? Oh my God, what is this? You guys, what is this? What am I looking at? This is horrendous. This is the clearest photo I could find of the darn thing, so you could really see it. I have other angles, let me show you, but this is the most clear shot that I could find of it. I just wrote big stupid hat because I couldn't think of what it reminds me of. It looks like a tambourine sitting on a placemat. I'm not really sure with a big dumb bow off the side of it. But what is this? Is this a, hey, I know I'm not going to be on the balcony, but I sure want attention on me hat? Look at me. From way back, far away Lynn's hat? I'm not sure, but here it is up close. One more clear picture. There's a big stupid bow on the side of it. How do you fit through a door like that? Were you aware of the existence of this thing? How could you hold out on me and not tell me? I thought we were friends. Now pour me a cup of tea and talk to me for 14 hours about this stupid hat. What am I looking at? Seriously, all I can think of is it's an attention grab and, again, a way for a photographer. She knew she wasn't going to be on the balcony, so she wanted the photographer to be able to spot her from a million miles away. Congratulations. I guess you've achieved that. And I couldn't make a video talking about things on her head and not show these photos. You're welcome. You guys, every time I crack up. This is her pretending to cry on the floor in the Netflix special. I've shown it a million times because it's one. I have a couple go-to photos. You'll notice it's kind of my wink and nod to you, my cheersing to you that I'm doing with the photo. Taking a look at something interesting. That's right. You guys have the best suggestions in the comments. I appreciate them so much. And one of you lovely people suggested that I compare Catherine and Meghan's fashions at the same event. So we can take a look at how they differ. Oh my God, check out the glare here, right? I feel like Meghan's actually glaring at me at this one. But yeah, it's kind of unbelievable to see. Huge thank you to you who recommended it. I really appreciate it. I tried to go back and find your comment. I cannot find it for the life of me. But you know who you are. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Let's dive into this. It'll blow your mind. Same disclaimer I always give. I'm not interested in discussing body size, comparing that sort of thing. We are looking at tailoring, hats, accessories, things like that. The fit of the clothes, the style of the clothes. That's what we're going for. Here we go. Let's kick off with Wimbledon, shall we? This was 2018. So we have Catherine and Meghan here. Catherine is wearing a bespoke Jenny Packham dress. We know Catherine loves Jenny Packham stuff, and I love Jenny Packham stuff on Catherine. We'll get into that. But she's wearing like I say, Jenny Packham dress. It's a Dolce & Gabbana purse, which I will show you in a minute because I love the purse. Meghan opted for a Ralph Lauren wide-legged pant and I believe it's also Ralph Lauren striped shirt. All right, first glance, what are your thoughts? I love Catherine's dress. There's a really cool detail, which I'm going to show you. I cannot stand Meghan's pants, and we'll get into the details on why there. But just at first glance, Catherine's dress, very sporty, but still, I just love it. I do. I think it's very flattering on her. Meghan, I can get over the striped shirt. I've never been to Wimbledon, so I'm not real sure about the actual dress code there, but I can get over the striped shirt. It's sporty. I understand. I hate these pants with a passion. I mean, I truly hate these pants, and you'll see why. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. All right, take a look at these pants. Let's scroll on down and see what we got. You ready? See? Huge, nonsensical pants. Can't even see that she's wearing shoes. I just don't think that's an attractive look. It just, I have to say it again, messy. She looks messy. And I'll actually give her some whatever, slack, grace, whatever, and say, okay, it's a sporting event, but no need to look messy. Now, let me use this picture of the crazy pants, but also show you what I love about Catherine's dress. Well, first of all, let me show you the purse. This is Dolce & Gabbana. I just love this purse. It's one that Catherine carries. You'll actually see her reuse it quite a bit, and I just think it's a pretty purse. It just has always caught my attention. This dress is so cute. I love this dress. Again, it's Jenny Packham, but do you see the thoughtful detail? You think, oh, it's a polka dot dress. What are we talking about? No, it's actually made to look like tennis balls. All right, let's talk hairstyle. Are you ready to be shocked? Ready? Meghan's is messy. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, then you're like, what the heck are you talking about? No, I was just saying how messy. Oh my God. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. How Meghan loves a messy bun. I would still say this is neater than some of her others. And I will say it's a sporting event. So maybe it makes more sense here. I'm not sure. Versus a lot of those royal duties that we saw her on where she likes a messy bun. But still, Catherine has the curls, the polished look. Absolutely elegant. All right, let's take a look at the following year. This is 2019. And I was going to move on from Wimbledon, but I have to show you this because this is one of my favorite of Catherine's dresses. I love this green so much. I truly do. And I love the bow detail. I love all of it, the button detail, all of it. And I hate this outfit on Meghan so much. This was one of the ones that was mentioned to me repeatedly in the comments when I was talking about what are your least favorite looks on Meghan. So we'll take a look at what's happening here because it's dreadful. But I love that green dress so much on Catherine. Gorgeous. I think that color really suits her. Again, I love the bow detail. I love the buttons. Let's see here. Catherine's is a mid-length Dolce & Gabbana. It's a rewear that she had originally worn this dress on a tour of British Columbia in 2016. Meghan Markle is wearing it's called Boss I've never heard of this person. Vesplisa, Vesplisa, printed midi skirt and a Givenchy, because she's obsessed with that apparently, long sleeve shirt. Do you know how much, I got that fact from Cosmopolitan, by the way. Do you know how much they're estimating that this shirt costs? $1,395 for a white shirt. All right, let's take a look at this skirt. There, you can see it in its full, I won't say glory, full hideousness. What is this? What am I looking at? I just don't think, and I'm not even, I hate it. I'm not even trying to just shit on Meghan. I'm saying that would not look good on anybody, I don't think. But I especially hate it. I don't know what you could pair it with to make it look better. But with that white shirt, it looks crazy. It does. I don't understand the whites together because you're not even going for the same shade. I don't understand. It looks like she's built it up under her boobs again. She loves that look. I don't understand. There it is. I don't understand the skirt. I really don't. I really hate it. It looks like a claw wrapping around the side of it. It's horrendous. But here's the name of the skirt. If you wanted to pick one up for yourself, it's actually more reasonably priced than a lot of the other crap she wears. It's at Harvey Nichols. And then here's that shirt. See, it's now marked down, but at the time they estimated about $1,395 for a white shirt. How do you lose the value of money so much that you can spend that for a white shirt? I don't know. I did want to show a close-up of the Dolce & Gabbana on Catherine. Gorgeous. I just love it. I love the silhouette on her. The color's gorgeous. Look at the detail. Look at the polished, just everything. She just looks gorgeous. I want to pet her hair. Not in a weird way. I say that all the time. I love her. She looks gorgeous. And there's that Dolce & Gabbana purse again. Gorgeous. All right. So now I thought I would show you my favorite look of Catherine at Wimbledon. At each event, I'm going to show you my favorite look of Catherine that I've seen. I just picked my favorite throughout the year. So here is Catherine in 2019. Now this one I wrote it down, but I'm never going to be able to say it right. It's like a Emilia Wickstead Jordan dress. And it may be Amelia. I don't know. It's in pastel blue, and I love it. I love the sleeve detail. I just think she looks so incredibly beautiful and radiant in this dress. Look, gorgeous. And again, wearing those same earrings that she likes to wear, those, pearl drops. I don't know. But I love that she repurposes things, and I just love this dress. I think that color really suits her as well. All right, moving on. Let's take a look at their first balcony appearances after being married. So this was Catherine's. This was June of 2011, Trooping the Color. She is in a white Alexander McQueen coat dress. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I actually really like this coat dress. I do. I think it's really pretty and flattering. This is 2011 again, so the hat's not my favorite, but I can excuse that. I just love I love the look. I love the dress. I just think, she looks truly happy there. I think it's a good look on her. And here she is with Camilla, and back when Harry used to occasionally smile and not be miserable all the time. All right, here's Meghan's first appearance on the balcony after marrying Harry. This was Trooping the Color, and she's wearing an off-the-shoulder Carolina Herrera dress. So I learned something interesting. Well, first of all, let's talk style. I don't mind the color All I can think of, though, when I see this is we want privacy, and also this picture, because this picture always makes me laugh. Tell me you've seen this picture. It's that weirdo stare at Harry. It's so bizarre, but whatever. Okay. He can't even have a word with his dad without her gazing at him. Like, seriously, with this, she's gonna hit him with her frisbee hat. But so here they are trooping the color. So this is interesting. When I was researching this, I found out something I didn't know. So maybe it'll be something you don't know, but you guys know everything. So maybe you already knew it. Okay. So this look was actually considered controversial by the press. When I was doing research, they brought up this right here and they showed how far off the shoulder and said that's not exactly within dress code, if you will. You know what I mean? They said it's actually kind of controversial and the news reported on it. Well, get this, guys. Do you know what? Again, I had no idea about this, but do you know what the news is speculating she did? This is what she did. People put together that she wore this dramatic shoulder, and they speculate it's because she was mad at the criticism of her off the shoulder look that we just looked at. So I just always thought the shoulders were kind of nuts on this thing, but whatever, it's fine. But I didn't even put together that it's an FU to the media for reporting that, that the last one wasn't quite right for the event. And now I want to show you my favorite Trooping the Color of Catherine right here. Look at this. This is 2016. She wore an Alexander McQueen coat dress. Gorgeous. Look at that. So beautiful. Little baby Charlotte. So sweet. And again, another reason to love Catherine. So she actually re-wore this dress. This is what she wore to Charlotte's christening. She repurposed for Trooping the Color. So here she is in it. I love it. I love this look. I think it pairs beautifully with the hat. And look at how she matches with baby Charlotte. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And here she is wearing it for Charlotte's christening. So I wanted you to be able to see it. It's beautiful. I love the neckline. I love the cut of it, the fit. She's flawless. I prefer the hat she wore for Trooping the Color, but again, for a christening, I totally get it. Gorgeous. All right, let's move over to Royal Ascot. This is said to be the Queen's favorite racing event. So here we have Meghan Markle wearing a white Givenchy shirt dress. I don't know what it is with Givenchy. What is with that? Why is she so obsessed with it? I can't afford any of that stuff anyway, but I'm saying, like, even if I could, I think I'd avoid Givenchy. But here she is, and I gotta say, I talked about before, this is my least favorite hat, and I just think this dress is a wrinkled mess. Again, I gotta cite my video yesterday and say, messy, messy. I just see this and I think, messy. Why do you like to belt under your boobs? Messy. Maybe that's what these two are fighting about here. He told her she looked messy. Oh, God. All right, so I actually didn't have one for Catherine this same year because she had just had baby Louis. She was out on maternity leave. So this is the following year. I love it so much. It's Ellie Saab. It's just gorgeous. So perfectly fits her, tailored, elegant. Hair's done up beautifully. I mean, look at them together. It's perfection. What can I say? It's one of my favorite looks on her. All right, you guys, this is pretty funny. Not this dress, but what happened here. Now, I wanted to find a fancier event. So I started looking and I was looking up trying to find, like, I don't know, a dress up event. So here's one where Catherine presented an award at the National History Museum. So this was 2019, and she's wearing this dress. I just love this dress. If you can see the detail, it's kind of hard, I know. But it's a Barbara Casasola Casosla. I'm not sure, but she's a Brazilian designer. And I just think Catherine looks so beautiful here with the detail of this dress. It's just, I think the cut's really flattering. She looks gorgeous. I love her hair here. She's even wearing Jimmy Choo sparkle shoes, which I'll show you. Just absolutely gorgeous. So she's actually worn this dress twice. She wore it in 2016. I believe that was the gala. And then in 2019 to present the award at the National History Museum, like I say. So here's the detail of the dress. If you can see, the stripes go They're in different directions, but it's very, again, tailored perfectly for her. It's very flattering, gorgeous cut, and there's the Jimmy Choo shoes. So I love it. I can't say enough good stuff about it. I could never wear this dress, but I think she looks just gorgeous in it. And when I was pulling pictures from it, they had this picture on the right of her thanking the people that made the meals for the event. So, I mean, you cannot get classier than that. I think it's incredible. Then, you guys, I Googled Meghan Markle. I promise I didn't do this on purpose. I Googled Meghan Markle Museum and Meghan Markle Gala, and I swear to God, this is what came up. And I'm showing you even the bottom. It says the words museum. Oh, it cuts off gala. But I promise, it said that on there. And this is what Meghan wore. I've talked about this dress every day because I hate it that much. It is truly one of the most hideous things I've ever seen. It does absolutely nothing. It does not flatter. It's horrendously made. It's awful. It's Carolina Herrera. I don't understand it. I think it should be burnt. We talked about it in detail, so I'm not even going to go back in. I hadn't even seen this picture. When I was searching the museum thing, this picture popped up, and I thought, oh my God, it got worse. The pictures got worse. I'm actually mad because the pictures are so bad. And then I found this dishonorable mention. How have I not seen this piece of crap before? I wanted to make sure. I've seen this stupid red dress so much, but I was confusing designers. So I Googled Meghan Markle, Carolina Herrera, and sure enough, that's who was over the red dress. But also apparently designed this. I don't even remember seeing this, but again, I'm mad because it's shapeless and hideous. Looks like she got stuck in a sleeping bag and just decided to wear that to a photo shoot. Oh, Meghan is here. She is going to assist us in a game called How Much Did That Stupid Outfit Cost? Oh, I'm excited to dive into this one. So Meghan here is going to be helping us with some briefcase work to tell us how much each stupid outfit costs. And I can't wait to dive into it. So to come up with the cost of each outfit, I used my friend Insider, Elle Magazine, and, well, my best friend, the good old-fashioned Googles, to figure out a rough estimate of what we're talking about. I tried to get the closest price I could find. Sometimes one article would say one thing, another article would say another. You get the drift. We're going to get close. Here we go. We're going in order from least expensive ridiculousness to the most expensive ridiculousness and everything in between. You ready? Let's dive in. Maggie, you ready? Yeah! Nothing to see here, acting totally normal at the garden party for King Charles. So she's wearing a dress by, I'm not making this up, it's called Goat. Go ahead and insert your jokes there. I can hear you laughing too. So, do we want to take a guess as to how much this thing costs, huh? Any guesses? Start thinking. All right, so I have the answer in dollars. Ready, Megan? Shall we? $988. That's right. This is the cheapest one on the list. Don't worry, they'll get more ridiculous as we go. Yep, for the low price of $988, you can act like an immature, spoiled brat too, complete with sticking out your tongue like a 4-year-old. So then I thought after each look, I wanted to talk shoes. So these are by Tamara Mellon. These are $611. Side note, Tamara Mellon is really interesting. If you don't know anything about her, she was part of Jimmy Choo until she split off, and now she's Tamara Mellon. But she has a memoir in my shoes that I've read twice, actually. It's pretty darn good. So if you ever want to talk about that one, happy to do so. All right. Sorry, Meg. Let's get back into your horrible looks. All right. Next, shall we discuss this horrible look right here? Meghan seriously never met like a trench dress that she didn't love. So this one is a midi-length House of Noni. That's the name of the designer. She wore it to the Nelson Mandela exhibit. This one is, any guesses? Thank you, Megan. $1,132. Again, when I say these prices, I'm not talking jewelry. I'm only talking dress. So there's that dress in its hideous form. I hate this dress so much, you guys. I hate it. When I was Googling it, it actually says it's kind of a pink trench dress, which makes me hate it even more. So this one was paired with Dior heels. The heels themselves run $745 just for a plain pair of heels. Really? I can't tell anything interesting about them. $745. All right, moving right along with Meghan there. Wow. We go on to the yellow dress. Now, funny side note, with these dresses, to keep them all straight when I was taking notes, because I have a million notes on all of them, I gave them each a nickname. So the first dress that we saw, I named Tongue Out. Second dress, I named Stupid Trench. This one, I call the banana dress. So let's take a look at the banana dress. So this was worn to a Commonwealth Youth reception. How much do we think that this one went for? Any guesses? Megan, shall we tell them? All right. $2,032. Again, just the dress, not any of the accessories or anything else, just the dress. Okay. So, yeah, for a low price of $2,032, you can look like a banana too. I also love to remind everybody that this is the same woman that said she wasn't allowed to wear bright colors. Just think about that. So with this dress, she paired it with Manolo Blahniks. These are $849. All right, Megan, here we go. Stay classy. Let's get more expensive. Here we go. All right. So let's take a look at this outfit. So this emerald outfit was worn to a Dublin reception. So the top and skirt are by her beloved Givenchy. And here we are again, closer look. Again, I just don't see much going on with it. I actually don't hate the color. I just don't think there's much to this outfit. How much do you think she spent? Any guesses? $2,159. That's right. That's right. This is separates. It's just a shirt and a skirt. $2,159. She paired these with some shoes by Paul Andrew that cost $850. There you go. All right, Megan, we're still spending more each and every outfit. What's next? Ooh, the horrible Lion King. One of my personal, favorites? Least favorites? I hate this dress so much. It's horrible. I just don't understand how you mess up a little black dress this bad. And I even said before, the mesh could have been interesting, but it's pulling across the top. It's not fitted right to her, and it just hangs weird and she looks uncomfortable wearing it. Oh, what's your guess? What did she spend on just the outfit? $2,431. That's just for that stupid dress. $2,431. And she paired it with these shoes, which are one of her favorite shoe brands, Aquazzara. I hope I'm saying that right. And you guys, do you know what these shoes are called? Try to hold back the vomit. Portrait of a Lady. Yeah. These cost $986. All right, Megan, looking like a ho, ho, ho. I can resist. Okay, let's go into the next horrible look. Again, one of my favorites, least favorites. I don't even know how to say that. One of my least favorites ever. Get a bra. I hate this dress so much. Okay, I called this one my gray boobs dress. Gray boobs dress is by Roland Mouret. She wore it to a meeting in Ireland, I should say. How much did this sucker cost? Any guess? Megan, will you do the honors? $2,689 for this dress. Can you believe it? Can't even wear the right bra under it. Wears a $2,689 dress. It's shapeless like her wedding dress. It's wild, right? With this dreadful look, she paired up some Paul Andrew shoes for $848. I'm guessing in that gravel, it was probably a mistake. All right, Megan, what's next? What you gonna show us? Stay classy. Here we go. Ooh, another dreadful outfit. I hate this one so much. This is the one where she gives Harry the death stare under this stupid hat. All right, this is a white dress, obviously. I actually named it Stupid White Dress. It's by Givenchy. Why not? She wore it to Royal Ascot. Any guesses how much this one goes for? Just the dress, just the t-shirt dress. My God. Any guesses? Megan, care to show them? All right, $3,097. Just for that stupid wrinkled mess t-shirt dress. What are we doing? Wow. Awful. She paired it up with some Balenciaga shoes. Controversial. They go for $1,247. All right, Megan, what you got next? I'm sighing. I'm sure it's going to be terrible. Here we go. Ooh, suit. I actually wrote it as stupid suit. Again, worn in Ireland. This one was on a sports tour. So she was going around to sports arenas, I guess. I don't know. Dreadful. It actually could have been okay, but no tailoring, wrinkled mess. Messy. I had to do it. Dreadful. What are we doing? What does this look? Just for the suit? Ready? $4,483 for a suit. My God. Okay, so yeah, it can be yours for the low, low price of $4,483. I mean, why tailor it or have it pressed nicely when you can just wear a wrinkled mess for $4,483? This was paired with some Sarah Flint shoes for $482. All right, Meghan, I'm scared of what's next. What else you got? Here we go. All right. This one in my notes is called Stupid Double Button Outfit. Yeah, so Stupid Double Button Outfit is by Prada. She wore it for a Commonwealth reception. Any guesses on how much this one costs, huh? I'm sure it's totally reasonable, right? No, it's really not. It's awful. Stupid double button outfit could be yours for the low, low cost of $8,000 for a single outfit. $8,000. Sure. Why wouldn't you want to look like this for $8,000? I can't stop yelling that to the mic. $8,000. This was paired with some Aquazzura. I don't know. Jay calls it Aqua Velva. I don't know. Those shoes for $1,089. Meghan, you're getting more ridiculous as we go. What's next? Well, we got the Trooping the Color outfit. That's right. This is Carolina Herrera, made famous by South Park, We Want Privacy. As I call it, she's wearing her Frisbee hat. Any guesses on how much this stupid outfit costs? Huh? No? All right. $8,000. That's right. This one is also said to cost $8,000 just for the clothes, not counting stupid hat. And we didn't get a look at the shoes that day. Oh man, I'm sure they were ridiculous. All right, Meghan, what you got next? Whew, I can feel it. She's wearing her stupid ceiling fan hat. That's right. Take a look at this outfit. This one is by Dior. To me, it has no shape, nothing to it. Again, not tailored right, doesn't quite hang right, looks a little crazy, and I don't like those heels paired with it. Any guesses on this one? Again, I think of that Lion King dress. It gives her no shape. Any guesses? How much is this one? This one was worn to an RAF 100 event. Any guesses how much it costs? $10,000. $10,000 for Dior. Okay. She also wore Dior shoes with it, and those are said to cost $2,000. There you go. Again, tell me what's special about these shoes. They just look, I don't know, like a basic pair of heels. Side note, when I was doing research on this outfit, I found out that these earrings here she's wearing are by Cartier, and they're said to cost $100,000. You're welcome. Meghan, this is awful. What else you got? All right, so now we have the stupid bird's dress. I said before, I actually don't hate the silhouette. I just hate this dress. It's really bad from the side there where you can really tell that it's like, I don't know. I just don't like this dress at all. I think the birds are weird. But any guesses on how much this costs? Oscar de la Renta, worn on her tour through Australia. Maggie Poo, go ahead and tell us how much that costs. $12,816. Whew, yikes. Yeah, so if you want to pay nearly $13,000, this bird can fly right into your closet for you. Again, paired with some Aquazzura shoes, these go for $750. I think it would have been funnier if the shoes had wings on them too. All right, Meghan, what's next in this ridiculous list? Oh, okay, here we go. Her engagement dress. We've had lots of discussions about this. This one is by Ralph and Russo, used for, from what I could tell, just these two pictures, because those are the only two that I've seen come out from it and never to be heard of again. Ralph and Russo. How much is this dress? Again, I've heard conflicting reports. I'm going with what Elle magazine is reporting. What are we guessing? For the dress alone, $75,000. Woo! That's, yeah, how do you lose the value of money so much that you think it's totally fine just to wear this for some pictures? Yikes. I said before, I actually don't hate the top of this dress. It's totally inappropriate for the royal family. I get it. It doesn't make sense here. I'm just saying in general, I don't hate the top of this dress. Hate the bottom of this dress. I don't understand why they paired these up together. It's like Ice Capades meets fur. I don't get it. And unfortunately, because it is covered in fur at the bottom, it hangs down. I was not able to figure out what shoes she was wearing for this. So I don't have a report on this. But yeah, I think Maybe she was barefoot. $75,000 for this stupid dress. Ooh, you ready for this awful one? Meghan, why don't you show us what you blew a shitload of money on? Here we go. You guys, it's the caftan. I hate this one so much. This is the Dior caftan. It was worn to British ambassador's reception. She paired it with some gold heels, and oh, I hate it so much. Make it stop. It's awful. Sure, you heard stories about this one. How much did she spend? Any guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's part of its name is when you Google it, it says bespoke, so you know it's gonna be stupid expensive. How much is it? Meghan, care to do the honors? $120,000. $120,000. What in the hell? And if you want to get specific here, it's like a maternity caftan. So what are you going to rewear it a lot for $120,000? Like, what am I looking at? It's awful. I hate it. Make it stop. And this was paired up with some gold Dior heels that go for, I couldn't find the exact price of these ones, but I think it tends to be around $1,000. All right, Meghan here is going to put her skills to work, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the dumbest outfits she's worn and try to figure out how much she spent. Not that it was her own money, but how much was spent to look quite so crazy. So let's take a look. Now, we gathered information from articles such as these. We got Insider, we got Elle Magazine, and our good old-fashioned Google machine to come up with the numbers here. I realize that some numbers are reported differently on some websites, so we're going to do our best, but we're going to figure out about how much was spent on these outfits. Again, this is the second one like this. If you missed the first one, go back and watch it because we had a lot of fun. All right, Meghan has her surprise mouth apparently, and she is ready to play this game. So right out of the gate, this is her attending her first Royal Variety performance. It was in November in London. So this top is by, I'll never be able to say it right, Safaya, I think, Safiyyaa. And we're only talking the top because nobody knows where she got the skirt from. I guess Safaya isn't claiming that one. But let's take a look at this top. How much for the bathing suit top? I've actually said it before. I wouldn't mind this if it was in Hawaii or like a bathing suit, but it does not make sense for November in London. So how much? How much do you think she spent? The top costs $1,149, and the question marks are because we don't know anything about the skirt. That's right, nearly, $1,200 for this shirt that I'm sure she'll wear again over and over. And so many people have pointed out she's boxy. It's just not a good look on her. And I have to agree with you. I just don't think it makes any sense at all. Now, these will be increasing in price tag as we go along, so get ready to get even more stupid. Also, I like to comment on the shoes after each one. I just didn't have any information on the one she just wore. Okay, let's get into the next one. All right, you know I hate this one so much. I've talked about it at length before, but here she's wearing a white floral dress while visiting a nursing and care home. And I would like to point out that it is December, and she's wearing this. Sure. So this is a midi-length dress from Brock collection. And how much do we think she spent on this? Oh my gosh, you guys, I hate this dress so very much. All right, this stupid thing was $1,480. Can you imagine? Oh, I wouldn't hate it so bad if it was the summer maybe, and if it was fitting right and not a wrinkled mess, but yikes. Once again, completely missing the mark. I don't understand what this look is she was going for. Here are the shoes she inexplicably paired with this dress. They are taupe. Okay. They are Aquazzara, and what's funny about that is, remember, that's what allegedly she was accused. We don't know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, that's the story. That's how the story goes, is that it was Aquazzara shoes that magically were taken off set by somebody, possibly her. We don't know. It wasn't this exact pair, but it was Aquazzara that was alleged that were removed, and it was on I believe the Reitman shoot back when she was still in Canada. But I don't understand pairing a taupe shoe with that black and white monstrosity dress and a gray coat. It doesn't make sense to me. All right. You ready for the next one? Again, one of my all-time least favorite looks. Take a look at this. She really loves giant buttons down the front of her outfits because we see that quite a bit. But here, this was April, and she wore this belted pinstripe dress by Altazura, while attending the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. How much do we think she spent on this? And believe me, when I say she spent, I want to remind you I'm not under any delusion that she spent a penny of her own money and that she paid for any of it. From what I've understood, it comes out of the Duchy of Cornwall account. How much do you think she spent on this one? That's right, $1,995. So basically $2,000, you can look like a pinstriped, wrinkled mess too. You can just throw your coat wherever, drape your purse across you, and there you go. By the way, side note, when I was looking into this outfit, that jacket she just threw over her shoulders, yeah, that jacket cost $700. It was a Camilla and Mark blazer. All right, and then on to the shoes. We got Strappy Heels by Tamara Mellon, $475. All right, ready for the next one? Oh, I hate it. Make it stop, make it stop. Here we go. So she attended this Coach Core Awards and pretended to play basketball to pretend to have a personality. But I want you to really look at this top. Just look at all the layers and the fabric. And I actually love dark blue, so I'm drawn to the color, but that's where my fascination with this thing stops. How much was spent, and I'm only talking top here, how much was spent to get to look like you got stuck in an elevator door? $2,290. That's right, $2,290. You too can have shards of fabric hanging off of you like this. So this was by Oscar de la Renta, and she paired it with a pair of $700 trousers by Altazura. All right, Megan, show us what's next. You guys get ready for this one. You ready? All right, well, first of all, look at the stance. What's happening here? Why are we standing like this? What am I looking at? This was an Antonio Berardi, I think, tuxedo dress with a double-breasted design. So this was worn to her trip to Auckland, New Zealand. What do you think? How much do you think was spent on this dress? Again, I don't hate the color. I just think it looks messy. The bottom, it's like the top and bottom don't go together. How much for this dress, you think? Ready? $2,695. So almost $3,000 for this outfit, this look. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm still distracted by her legs. What's happening there? And I don't have information on the shoes. I did my best to try to research, but all I can say is I'm sure she spent a piss ton on them, but they look dirty. Come on, Megan, you can do better than that. What else you got for us? Oh, she upped her game here. Whew. This is a floral, if you can call it that, gown by Carolina Herrera. Again, same maker of the awful red dress that we all talk about with all, that she was worn not too long ago. Might want to step away from Carolina Herrera here. It's just an awful look. It just does nothing. It's shapeless. It's a bed sheet wrapped around you. All right, this was worn in Morocco. How much for this dress? That's right, $2,990. Light blue silk chiffon dress. Oh, I hate it. $3,000 for a bed sheet. Make it stop. All right, Megan, what else you got in that briefcase? All right, so this was worn while visiting Canada House in March 2019. This is a bespoke, when you hear that, you know it's going to be expensive, Erdim, I hope I'm saying that right, coat and dress. What do we think she spent? Any guesses? You ready? Oh, it's ridiculous. Here we go. All right. For the coat and dress, it's estimated to have cost $4,330. You guys, I can't even. $4,300 for that? Really? And then it was paired with a pair of 750 Aquazzura pumps. Oh, Megan, you dropped your briefcase. Oh, it's just so you could pose like this. So we were just talking about bed sheets, so why not talk about this piece of crap? This was Oscar de la Renta dress worn to a wedding, and boy, does she look happy to be there. You guys, this is one of the worst outfits I've ever seen. My grandmother wouldn't even wear this outfit. I might be able to find these sheets in my grandmother's house, though. But seriously, look at this outfit. Look at the messy hair. Look at the fascinator, I guess that is, the headband. It's horrible. I had tons of you say that you think it's a wad of toilet paper in her hair, and that's what's going on. How much for that? $4,901. My goodness, I hate it so much. How can you lose the value of money so much that you think it's totally fine to spend $5,000, well, of somebody else's money, on an outfit like this? This is horrendous. And as I've said many a times, it just shows me that she has no good girlfriends, because nobody would let you out of the house looking like this. You'd be like, what are you wearing? What's going on here? What is this look? She really likes Aquazara shoes because she's wearing them here, and it's pointed out that these are the same shoes she wore at her wedding reception, and the fact that she's traipsing through the grass in them, well, that tells me what she thinks of that. All right, Meghan, you're staring at us pretty intensely there. It's giving me the creeps. What else you got for us? All right, so here she's wearing a large, ready for the word, again, bespoke Gucci coat. How much for the big Gucci coat? The big black nondescript Gucci coat. Any guesses? Yeah. Aim high. It's expensive and totally, I mean, what is she going to rewear this thing? I doubt it. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous waste of, I don't know. Don't even get me started. Anyway, okay, what for the big dumb coat? How much? $5,112. You guys, I can't. $5,000 for a coat. Sure. Look at it. Totally gonna wear that again, right? Meghan, what's going on? You brought all your friends out. Well, you don't have any friends, but you brought all the girls out that you probably ghosted. But how come? Something big must be happening. You guys, this and that stupid strappy red dress, I think, are my two least favorite outfits. It's shocking how bad this one is. And we can barely see it because she's sitting down. But wait till you see it from other angles. This is the hat where I said it looks like she taped her scissors to the side of it so she wouldn't lose them. So this was a Trooping the Color in 2019. She wore a navy blue Givenchy oversized cape coat and dress. You really can't see it too much from this angle, but I'm going to see if I can find a better picture. Here you go. Look at this. Look, she's paired a look at me smirk with this stupid outfit. It looks like a hospital gown. It's horrendous. And the gloves and the hat, and she obviously thinks she looks fantastic. And it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. She's obviously very proud of herself, and she keeps finding the camera. Look at me. I just can't with this. I really can't. She's not even standing up. I can't even tell the shape of it, but I can tell it has no shape. It's just draped on her. $5,753. Absolutely ridiculous for this. Look how proud she is in her hospital gown and her scissor hat. $5,753. I cannot with these prices. If that's my second least favorite look, well, we're on to my all-time least favorite look. And I've been trying to pull looks from when she was actually in the royal family, but you guys, I could not discuss this outfit. Look at this. My God. We have super smug in this outfit. She sure thinks she looks fantastic. What is with this dress? There is no oh my God, that facial expression, you guys, I can't. There's no fit. It doesn't make any sense. And you guys, I found another new picture of this dress. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here you go. Look! It makes the boobs look even weirder. What am I looking at? What is this dress? It looks like pants that you wrapped a sheet around, or even like a duvet around. I will never understand this dress, and it makes me mad to look at it. So yeah, it's hugely voluminous on the bottom, and then whatever the heck is going on the top, it's like Mickey Mouse ears. I don't understand it. It's horrible. But you guys, how much on this monstrosity? How much was spent on this thing? $6,723 to look this stupid. And again, I ask you, is this an outfit she'll be re-wearing again? Doubt it. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't understand. I know she has zero taste, but you're telling me all those people fitting her in the Netflix documentary didn't say, oh, no. This isn't it. No. I'm just stunned by this, and not in a good way. It's horrible. I'm nervous laughing because I don't know what else to say. While researching, I tried to figure out what shoes, not sure the maker, but look, she paired up dark red heels, you guys. Dark red heels with this dress that it just doesn't make sense. I hate it. Make it stop. We're taking a look at Meghan's fashions. That's right. You know, I love talking about this stuff because I will never not find it funny. I have a whole playlist of different fashion fails, so definitely check that out. But today, I thought we could look at what people are talking about on Quora. It's a question and answer website I often refer to because it's hilarious. And we could take a look at what people are asking about her fashions, take a look at some of the fashions, and just have some fun. Let's take a look. So right off the bat, we have who are some of Meghan Markle's fashion influences? Meghan Markle's fashion influences, Home Depot. Those clothes that she wears looks like a tent wrapped around her. Yeah, gotta trot out this dress for this one, but exactly. It's just so much fabric. It's not altered or tailored right. It doesn't flatter anybody's body shape. It doesn't look good. Guys, in my research, I came across this monstrosity as well. What's happening? Why? Why is it like this? Who wants extra fabric around themselves like this? It's just a lot and messy and it's wrinkly and it doesn't look good. So Wendy answers Miss Piggy, Cruella de Vil, Jack Sparrow, and Quasimodo as her fashion influences. How has Meghan Markle's style influenced other women's fashion choices? Oh boy. In my opinion, Meghan's fashion style is an excellent example of what not to wear. So if you have a similar body type to hers, avoid everything she wears. All I can say is that girl has never met a trench dress that she didn't love or a belt under her boobs that she didn't love. It's a look. How does Meghan Markle know what to wear and how to style her clothing so well? Answer: she doesn't. She hasn't a clue. Wrong outfit, wrong fit, wrong place seems to be what happens. I don't believe she has anyone to advise her, and if they did, she would probably ignore their advice. What is the royal style of Meghan Markle? Answer: she has no style, unless you count rumpled, frumpy, wrinkled, middle-aged trollop as style, and she's not royal. So based on this critique, I brought out rumpled, I brought out frumpy. I would actually also call this frumpy as well. There's just so much fabric and so much going on. And again, it was like 80-something degrees. And then wrinkled. Here you go. Question: what do you think about Meghan Markle's dress and style? Answer: she tends to spend vast amounts of money on clothing that does not fit her. Even her wedding gown looked as though it needed a tailor. She tends to leave a button unfastened during official outings, which is not professional, and her dresses tend to have skirts that go up really high. I would say she's one of the worst dressed royals. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. They brought up the wedding dress, so here it is, and I'd have to say, yeah, it fits in with the last comment about wrinkled and frumpy, all in one. And speaking of wedding dress, this person says critics have said Meghan Markle's wedding dress didn't fit her properly. Do you think they're right? So I brought this answer, and also I would point you toward River here on YouTube. I know a lot of you watch them. Really good channel. Lots of fabulous outfits over there. But they kind of reported this story about what happened with Givenchy. Let's talk about that. Allegedly, the story goes thus. Meghan discussed the design she wanted for the dress with the Givenchy designer, Claire Keller. Claire then went away, and a pattern of the dress was made to M's description, and Meghan went to try it on. She criticized it and said it wasn't right. And so it went on. Each time there was a fault with the design, the makeup of the whatever. The wedding got closer and closer, and in the end, she had to have what she wore. Because she kept changing things, there wasn't enough time to finish it perfectly, so the dress didn't fit as it should. From the way Claire left Givenchy afterwards, I suspect Givenchy wasn't happy that such a high-profile dress wasn't perfect. But that was down to Meghan Markle, her lack of decision, and I believe her behavior, which was far from polite. So what they're referring to is probably the same thing we've all heard, that allegedly I've heard that things went down at Givenchy, including maybe a slap. So definitely look into that because I've heard the same thing. And yeah, that's kind of the reporting that I've heard that the dress didn't fit because of so many changes and attitude about it all. You know, I had to include this question. This is probably my least favorite look ever on her. It was, what do you think about Meghan Markle's revealing red dress that she wore to the New York Gala to honor the veterans? Oh boy, you know, this is my least favorite look. I hate it so much. I've talked about it at length. Awful, awful dress. Awful tailoring, awful. Everything about it's awful. Answer. It looks absolutely terrible. Ill-fitting, saggy, wrinkly as per usual. I wonder why she always goes with a baggy fit. She has terrible taste. Red is completely inappropriate color to wear to this type of event. It is not prom. This is a serious occasion to remember the veterans who served for us. Mind you, Meghan was uninvited to the event. I did not know that. And she turned up to the event without permission. It was a stunt to have all eyes on her. What an attention whore. At least get a good fitting dress, Miss Markle. Do you guys know about that? I hadn't heard that she was uninvited. I know this is the dress that in Netflix, like 4 people were trying to dress her in. And I thought, it takes 4 people to do this, to look this dumb. What is happening? I think her motive behind the dress was to be flashy and to have all eyes on her. The bright red, the leg slit, ball gown ensemble screams all eyes on me. But of course, as always, her discreet attempts to be the center of attention diminish with her foolish taste of style and, I'd say, lack of tailoring. It was big, bulky, and ill-fitting. You can tell it was loose on the sides. The material looked cheap and wrinkly. That's what I thought too. And the cleavage padding looks like a failed attempt at a 50s pointy bullet bra trend. It was also meant to upstage Catherine in her stunning gold sequin dress, you guys. I remember this too. Obviously we know the gold beautiful dress, one of my all-time favorites. I've talked about it at length. James Bond premiere dress. Meghan wore this soon after. Yeah. This person goes on to say she failed miserably as Meghan is tasteless and unfashionable Hollywood tramp, and Catherine keeps her elegance and class. Try harder, Meghan. There is not one single good thing about this dress. Well, there you have it. The tales of Madame Longnose and the ragged red dress. I just will never get over. I obsess about this dress. It's like I don't understand who would want their boobs pulled farther apart. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that nobody said, "Hey, this is not fitting right. It's cutting into your back and making this appear." And then who wants to add yards of fabric around their butt and their hips? I don't understand what's happening here. Make it stop. But I think what makes it worse is the smug look on her face. Look, yeah. She clearly thinks there's no problem. So that pretty much sums up a lot of her fashion problems, I believe, is she thinks she knows best and maybe doesn't own a mirror. Continuing on with the dress theme, somebody asked, who made Meghan Markle's red dress that she wore? You know, that red dress we just saw. Answer, no idea, but it was nothing to be proud of. It was actually Carolina Herrera, if you're wondering. Let's all run right out and buy one, right? Nothing to be proud of. It was totally unsuitable for a gala commemorating veterans, and it did not fit her, showing every roll of fat, especially at the back. Come to think of it, the Kermit outfit she wore for Commonwealth Day service looked awful from the back as well. Ooh, baby. Didn't just look awful from the back. It looked awful from the front, too. Again, foundation garments. What's going on? Everything about this looks awful. I will never forget or understand this forever. I would say this maybe plays second behind that red dress of things that I think about a lot. It's so bad. Somebody had said it looks like she got caught in a door and fabric just started pulling, and that's all I see now. I don't know if it's meant to be a cape. I don't know if the tailor, there's no tailor, if the whatever dressmaker was just sick of hearing her, so she kept wrapping fabric around her neck. I'm not sure, but it's so bad. And I'm very fully aware. I always get comments when I post this that, oh, you're not supposed to wear green to a Commonwealth. Yep, that's just part of her being a brat as per usual. And then somebody else brings up the wedding dress and they ask, did you like the fit or the style? What's wrong with the wedding dress? Okay, let's take a trip back. Princess Angela of Liechtenstein did this look when she married Prince Maximilian in 2000. There's no comparison. I'm sorry. She looks so beautiful. I see what this dress could be on the right and what Meghan's dress ended up like. But look at the difference in the tailoring. I even think the material looks better on the right. Everything about this dress, it's so much more classy and elegant. And I have another picture of it. I know Princess Angela's holding it up a little bit, so it's hard to tell. But it just, again, it comes down to the tailoring. Pick a spot. I'd say look around her arms and shoulders. You can see where it's made to fit her versus Meghan's just doesn't, it's wrinkled. It's a mess. It doesn't make any sense. So here's another closer look at Princess Angela's dress. I love it. I do. I mean, it's definitely on the simple side, but I get what they're doing. And I'd always heard, and I know you guys have said, if you're going to go very simple, it has to be flawless and it has to be perfectly tailored and fitted and all that. And we see that on the right. We do not, you guys, we do not see that on the left. I mean, pick a spot. I would say pick a spot on both dresses and look. Again, on the right, you see the perfectly tailored, and on the left, it's a mess. You can see her. We always talk about it. She wears the wrong bras to everything. And once again, hey, it's her wedding day. Why fail, right? Why? I mean, no, I guess why not continue the failure of the wrong bras? And I'm going to post this picture here because I love it. Look how happy they look. Look how beautiful she looks. And honestly, I think her makeup here is so beautiful and radiant, and so the simple dress with the really good tailoring and stuff, it just all works here. And I think this is what Meghan was probably trying to go for and just completely missed the mark. Okay, and then we got another question about the dress. Why didn't Meghan Markle's wedding dress fit? Answer. The simplest answer is she pissed off the dressmaker's fitting assistants, so they quietly sabotaged her dress when it was too late to repair the damage. Blokes did not see the problem, but every woman spotted the defects. Meghan's card was marked. You see, when fitting a bride to a dress, in some ways, it's more than a job. It's a labor of love. But Meghan did not get the love, because she must have behaved badly toward these fitters. So they stiffed the dress. Okay. I do tend to think this is part of it. I also tend to think that, as we've seen, Meghan thinks she knows best about everything. And so they could have given her the best advice in the whole world. And she's like, no, I know what I want. I know what looks good on me, that sort of thing. So she just wouldn't listen. Question. What is the tackiest clothing that Meghan Markle wore and why? Ooh, that's a hard one to pick. You guys, this is hilarious. This person picks her Oscar de la Renta blue and white maxi dress number. Let me get a better picture going here so you can really get the full effect. Here you go. Now you can enjoy it in its full wonder. I said before, it is very much like grandma's bed sheets going on, and I call this her toilet paper hat, her toilet paper fascinator. I've definitely included this in fashion videos before, so go take a look. I looked into how much it costs, and now the number escapes me, but it was something so ridiculous. It was over 5,000 pounds, whatever it was. It was so ridiculous. But yeah, there you go. All right. And then finally, this person asks, what is Meghan Markle's favorite fashion brand? I would say Givenchy, right? Because she sure liked to wear them a lot. Okay. Answer. Anything that's free, as apparently she asks companies for free samples for her to wear. I'd heard that too. She had her, assistants or people helping her when she was at the palace asking for the Duchess discount, which meant free. This is all alleged, but they had to tell her, no, we don't do that here. That's not a thing. Now, this part I did not hear. They go on to say that's the reason Victoria Beckham was booted from the BFF list, as she said no. And then they say, good on you, Victoria. So now that's interesting. I had not heard that. I had heard that the reason she and Victoria were no longer close was because she suspected. Where did I hear this? Now I can't remember. She allegedly suspected that Victoria was planting stories about her in the press. And so she had. Maybe David came out and spoke about it. I think he did. So she had Harry talk to David about it, David Beckham, and he, of course, said no, she didn't do that. And so it ended up being wrongly. She was wrongly accused. That's alleged. That's the story that I remember reading about, is something about planting stories. And I'm just laughing, thinking, that all sounds right. Not that Victoria would do that, but I'm thinking Victoria is so much a bigger star than Meghan Markle. You know what I mean? So why would she be planting stories about Meghan Markle? It just doesn't make any sense, but it would in Meghan's head, right? Some more fashion failures by Meghan Markle and what the internet is asking about in terms of her fashion decisions, if you can call it that. But thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's jump right on in. So first up, we have, how fashionable would you say Meghan Markle is? Uh-oh. Okay, so I wanted to bring up this person's answer because I think she makes a really good point. It says she used to look better and more fashionable with her time on Suits. She must have had a great stylist then. Her hair, her makeup, her clothing were all on point. Let's take a look. So here she is playing Rachel Zane on Suits. If you ask anyone in her camp, it's the most important role ever. If you ask anybody with half a brain, it's basically a glorified extra. But goodness. Anyway, I've brought this up before. I watched a little bit of Suits, not much. Wasn't a fan, not just because of her, just in general. I just couldn't get into the show. Doesn't matter. But I have noticed this. Yeah, I would definitely say so much more fashionable on Suits, but I have some theories on this. But first, let's take a look at the examples this lady gave of not so fashionable looks. She stopped dressing well as a royal. Not sure what happened there, but her hair looked messy. Her clothes were wrinkled and didn't fit her. Maybe different or no stylist. She looked everything but royal. Here's the examples given. And I think she could have even done better on some of the examples given, because these weren't even the worst looks. But yeah, these are pretty bad. I've given it a lot of thought. I've talked about it in other videos. My theory on this is several things. I think on Suits, she had people that she had to listen to. I have heard, we've all heard reports that allegedly her behavior got worse as time went on the set. She was more and more awful, but I'd say probably at the beginning, maybe she pretended like she cared. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. And had to listen to people so other people would dress her. And then I think by the time she got to the royal family, that was that. She didn't need to listen to anybody and was proving it. And then my other theory is I just think she showed a clear lack of respect for anybody in the royal family. And so it manifested in so many ways, from the messy hair, like messy hair, I don't care attitude, to the messy clothes, to the messy behavior. I mean, how many photos of her tongue out have we seen? Does that show that you really care about what you're doing, or that you respect the position or anything? No, it doesn't. So I just think as time went on and she was part of the family, that was just her way of saying, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. I'll try to take you down. Don't worry, So I think that all went hand in hand. Plus just a good old healthy narcissistic, I know better than everybody. I know what looks best kind of thing. So I think it's a lethal combination of all the above. And then this question is, what do you think of Meghan Markle's dress sense? And it looks like Louise answered interesting. And she posted this picture here. I've often talked about this picture as well. This was on duty on a royal tour, and she thought that it was totally appropriate to wear this outfit. Are Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton's wardrobes similar? I know you hate it when we say Kate. Okay, Catherine Middleton's wardrobe similar? Not in the least. Catherine's clothes are neat, beautiful, and fit her perfectly. Then there are Meghan's. Honestly, it goes back to the point I was just making about Meghan and her way of showing she just doesn't care. I feel like it's the opposite with Catherine. Her way of showing how much she cares and respects it is, I mean, details like wardrobe and fashion choices and things. And so I just think I think it shows more about her dedication to all of it, to every aspect of it. And I'm sure it's annoying. I'm sure there are annoying rules that you probably don't want to follow. You probably just want to throw on a pair of jeans sometimes. I get it. I'm saying I truly think that Catherine shows more effort, more thought to the outfits that she chooses. And I think she probably listens to the people around her a bit more. So again, the questions about Meghan and Catherine's wardrobes, are they similar? Sue answers, good grief, no. Catherine is beautiful, classy, and stylish. Amen to that. How are Meghan Markle and Catherine's styles different? Catherine has poise and can wear almost anything, and she always looks great. What I've seen so far of Markle, she has no idea of dress sense. She wears clothes that almost hang off of her and most times looks an utter mess. For some reason, this question was also in the fashion section, but it made me laugh, so I'm including it. What does Catherine have but Meghan doesn't? Class, beauty, fashion sense, genuine compassion, style, nice personality, empathy. All excellent answers. What are Meghan Markle's fashion rules for her staff? You guys, Nancy answers, find out what Catherine is wearing and find me something better. Her staff can never win. Okay, since we're talking Catherine and Meghan, I have not talked about this in one of my videos, and it's living rent-free in my head, so I need to talk to you all, my friends, about this. This dress is just so beautiful. It takes my breath away. Haha. It's for the Top Gun premiere, so that made that even funnier. But it really does. It's beautiful. It's one of my all-time favorites of Catherine's. I have talked about this dress before because I love it. But there's something funny that happened just after it. So to put it in perspective, Catherine wore this gorgeous dress May 19th, 2022. So keep that in your head. May 19th, 2022. She wore this dress to the Top Gun Maverick premiere. So then June 20th, so from May 19th to June 20th, this popped up. Meghan was wearing this. You guys, I cannot even. I know the sugars love to say, oh, Catherine's copying Meghan. I'm not even playing the copying game. I'm just saying, like, look at this. This is just a prime example of what a difference, right? Some tailoring makes, the fit makes, all of it makes, some better choices make. I'm sorry, but this is hideous. It's awful. It really is. And I promise you can think whatever. I'm not even talking about her figure. That I don't go there. I'm talking about the cut of this outfit for her is not right. It doesn't look good. It wouldn't look good on me either. But if they're bringing up questions about Catherine and Meghan and that sort of thing and dressing like each other and stuff, this one lives rent-free in my head. It's just awful. How many times has Meghan Markle's fashion gone wrong? Every time? Okay, I promise I didn't read ahead, but Noel writes, nearly every time. In short, usually her clothes do not fit. They're too small, they're too tight, or they're too baggy. She apparently spends a great deal of money on clothes and desires designer labels. However, she does not pay attention to how the clothes look on her. And in fact, they are, if in fact they are eye-pleasing. I can think of the one outfit she wore in the daytime, and that was lovely. The white tailored dress with thin black belt. And the white hat. See, I didn't love that. They're talking about that one she wore. Was it ascot with the black? I hate that. It was the wrinkled t-shirt dress. That was a rare exception to the rule. And the rule is Meghan does not know how to wear clothes in a manner that is flattering to her. By contrast, when has Catherine ever gone in front of cameras in a wrinkly, ill-fitting outfit? I think never is a correct answer. So I haven't switched the picture over on purpose because I'm waiting to show you something. So I've been asked a couple of times, would you ever make a video on things that Meghan wore that you actually liked? And the answer is I can't, because there's really not that many. And I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm saying literally it would be a 3-second video because I just do not get her style, her fashion sense, her spending. I don't understand any of it. There is one dress that comes to mind that I actually really liked of Meghan's. So I'm going to show it to you now. Ready? Here you go. I still don't like that she's belted up under her boobs. It's always so weird to me. But that aside, because it just makes her look boxy. I like the asymmetrical neckline on this thing. I do. I've always noticed it. And I gotta say, for once, her hair actually makes sense here. I think this is the one time where messy kind of was still chic, right? The only other dress I ever saw her wear that I actually liked was this one. And I still think that the tailoring is not right on this thing. You can see it probably, I don't know, it's just not quite exactly the right fit. But that aside, my favorite color is blue. So I think this is really pretty. I like the colors. I would like this dress. But I think she missed the mark on the hair big time there. Which leads me to, what is Meghan Markle's most successful fashion look? Answer. She doesn't have a fashion look, unless you count being messy and frumpy. I've not seen a photo of her that looks amazing. Her hair is messy and or else pulled back so tightly that she's giving herself a facelift. She also has too much makeup on, needs to realize she's not on stage. This person says it'd be easier to count on the fingers of one hand when her fashion hits gone right. Yeah, I think I'm out with just the two. I can't think of anything else that I particularly liked. And then this person, Gia, says, every single thing that creature wears is wrong, with lots of exclamation points. Does Meghan Markle dress well? Let's see. Michael writes, yes, but only if you consider tacky well-dressed. Most of us with common sense do not, so no, she doesn't dress well at all. I bet her undies are just as tacky as the rest of her clothes are. Well, I'm not going to go there, but I will say, obviously she has issues with her foundation garment. See picture above. Well, guys, I'm going to end this video here, but before I let you go, I have a little present for you all. When I was doing research for this video and pulling pictures of the worst outfits, you guys, there are more pictures of that awful red dress that I had not seen before. Are you ready for this? Brace yourself. Hold on to something. Just get ready. You guys, I've seen a million pictures of this outfit. I have not seen this picture. I don't know what I'm looking at this angle. Dare I say it looks worse than I've ever seen it. Guys, I've seen a million pictures of this dress. I really have. I've looked at it for an embarrassing amount of time. Something about this picture, it's just even worse. I just can't believe how bad this dress is. I think in the other angles, I don't know. Maybe it just isn't as boxy as it is right here, and the boobs look even weirder. Come on, what am I looking at? What is this? Wow, the people that made this dress really hate her, right? Oh, you guys, I cannot even. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. So many fashion disasters to discuss. If you want to see more like this, please let me know in the comments. I'm inspired. I'd love to keep going. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I thank you for being here, and I hope you have the best day. And make sure to have a mirror or not tick off your best friend so they'll tell you, girl, what are you wearing? You know, don't go out of your house like this. Friends don't let friends go out of the house like this. You guys, you made it all the way to the end, and I cannot believe you stuck with me. So as a bonus, I want to give you a little present. I didn't say it at the beginning. I just wanted to see who would stick with me to the end, and thank you for sticking with me. I found another fail I've never seen, and I haven't put it anywhere else, so I saved it for this big boy. You ready? I've not seen this before. You guys, she went to, I'll never say the girl's name right. Was it Misha Nunu? I think is her name. I don't know. That fashion designer friend of hers that originally she claimed set up her and Hank and Skank, but then the story changed to that he saw her dressed as a dog on Instagram. Whatever, who cares? You guys, she was invited to Misha's wedding in Italy, and apparently it sounds like Misha married someone very rich, and I'm sure Misha was already very rich. And it was like a celebrity event. So all these people, including the Harkles, went to Italy, and this is what Meghan wore. You ready? You guys, I cannot with this bullshit. What am I looking at? What is this? Now, I'll tell you, because this is a wedding, this was like the only photo that was released. We don't have a single photo of her from the front, but this is the dress itself. And believe me, I do have photos of the dress. We're going to look at it. But let me just set the stage for you, shall I? Okay, so here's the front of the dress on the model. And this is a Valentino dress. And obviously it's sheer with this, they call it a modesty panel, but I'm saying it's not very modest because you can still see through the damn thing. Here's the back of it. Does anybody else think like old Hollywood, like boudoir? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that kind of like old. And I'm not even trying to give her a compliment. I'm just saying like a weird old style. It's like an old dressing gown or something with rhinestones bedazzled all over it. I don't want fake diamonds coming out of their behind. Anyway, $10,000 for this dress. $10,000 for this dress. So you're telling me for these sheer panels and big puffy pirate sleeves and fake diamonds coming out of its, you know what, $10,000. Boy, she knows how to pick them. I don't understand it. I don't know how you lose the value of money so much that it's okay for you to spend $10,000 on a single item of clothing that you'll never wear again. But I'll take that out of the equation just for a second and say, okay, let's say you have the money and you're like, that's what I want. Great, go buy it. It's not even a pretty $10,000 look. I can't get over this giant sleeve. Now, no telling what the hell Harkle did to it. I doubt she altered it, but I'm saying no telling. I'm sure it's meant for a taller person, and who knows. My point is, it just doesn't look like a $10,000 garment, does it? I don't know. I don't have anything remotely close to that, so I don't know what a $10,000 garment looks like. I got my wedding dress on sale, and I loved it. I felt gorgeous in the thing, but like, it wasn't even $1,000. Like, I got a great deal, but I'm saying like, this is crazy, right? $10,000 for a see-through black dress? Like, when are you gonna wear that thing again? I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the look was she was going for, but I noticed she sure does like wearing black to weddings. And, might I add, hair is messy. Oh boy, you guys, thank you for sticking with me. This was a long one, and if you stuck with me and you got to see this, I just want you to know I appreciate you so very much. Honk honk, my fellow geese. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was really fun to put these together. I love doing the fashion fails. I will do those all day long if you want. Unfortunately, where she only did 72 engagements, there's like, you can see all the fails, but there's still like, there's not as much as I would like. I would like more photos of her fails. So every time she accidentally, I'm using air quotes on that one, gets caught by the paparazzi, it's fun to see how wrong she's gotten everything. Boy, does she ever. It's always messy, or these fashion fails. Oh my goodness. And then I stumbled upon this thing right here. I put this up on Patreon, not to cut anybody out. It's because it plays loud music throughout. There's not really much to it. It's an ad she did. And I asked about 30 times, what color were they going for here? This is a hair ad? What is this? Why does she look powdered? What's up with her hair? Anyway, so you'll find this on Patreon, but this is a Wella ad she did for, I forget now what was it Elle magazine? I can't even remember. Anyway, it's a mess. It's hilarious. Check it out. But you can find this and many more videos like this on patreon.com. It's patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where you can find our bonus deep dives and extra content and stuff, and where you can become an executive producer. So now I'm going to thank my executive producers so much for supporting this show. Here we go. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robin's Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Well, I so appreciate you all. Thank you if you are on the Patreon. Thank you if you're an executive producer. And hey, if you're not, definitely check it out. We have a lot of fun over there. Guys, I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you again soon. Can't wait to bring you another video like this. Take care. Bye-bye.